Okay, so Assalamu alaikum. Well, we were talking about the monk who sold his Ferrari, and now we are on chapter number 4, which is going to be a magical meeting with the sages of Sivana. हमने लास्ट चैप्टर में देखा था दैट जूलियन हैड बीन हाइकिंग अप द माउंटेन्स फॉर लाइक 7 days, और उसने फाइनली अब किसी एक सेज को देख लिया है, वो उससे मिल चुका है, एंड नाउ ही हैज़ आस्क्ड हिम टू हेल्प हिम आउट विद द क्राइसिस ही हैज़ बीन facing throughout his life. So the sage, now we know his name. His name is Yogi Raman. Now Yogi Raman is one of the sages, in fact the eldest of all the sages who are inhabiting the lost land of Sivana, and he has agreed on teaching Julian all the techniques that he is seeking, all the secrets, all the rules that he needs to apply in order to make his life a more prosperous one. Okay, so after their meeting, Yogi Raman accompanies Julian and they both start traveling towards the land of Savannah, where they will be finding other sages as well who are there and who live there, basically inhabit that land. So after a further hike of 3 to 4 hours, following some intricate paths and some less traveled, you can say, tapestries, they have finally reached that land. They have finally reached that clearing which is deep inside the forest and which is quite hidden out, and they have finally reached that place. And Julian is just so shocked after looking at that place. Why? Because that whole land, that whole, you can say, the place which has been inhabited by these sages, it's made up of roses. It's just made up of red roses, and Julian is just shocked by the tranquility of that environment, the poise with which all the sages are moving. They seem so unaffected by any foreign presence. They are so quiet, and even after seeing Julian, they haven't changed their behavior. They're just walking past him, and they all look so young. They are wrinkle free. They don't have any gray hair, and they are not even making any noise. They're just respecting their surroundings by being quiet, by being silent, and they are performing their actions. They are performing their important tasks, but without talking or without making any hustle. So Yogi Raman introduces Julian with his brothers and sisters and other members of the tribe, and they definitely welcome him with open arms, and they also provide him with some fruits and vegetables. That is going to be his meal from now onwards, and that is also one of the secrets of the health of the sages of Sivana. They eat fruit and vegetables mostly. So Yogi Raman shows Julian his new home, which is a small hut having a small bed, and there's an empty writing pad on the bed. And these are the only things which are going to be provided to Julian, and this is going to be his home. And although he has seen other beautiful places in the world, but he's just so much captivated by the simplicity, the serenity, and the harmony of that place, of the harmony of that small land. And that land is having a temple, and it's a temple made up of orange, blue, red, white, and colorful flowers and roses actually, and they are connected with the twigs and little branches. So even the women of that land are so agile, they are so active. They are in their light pink saris, and they're having lotuses in their hair, and their hair is black. The hair of the people inhabiting that land, the hair is black, and they're having no wrinkles. They look so young, although they are aged, but they have aged youthfully. So Julian is just so shocked, and he feels as if he has arrived in a heaven, and he's just looking around. But this is a journey. This is the start of the journey, which is he has already started, and now onwards he is going to learn some really important, some really interesting, and some really, you can say, helpful techniques which are going to be taught to him by the sages. And even we will be saying kya techniques, and due to which the sages are so youthful and so active and so happy with their lives, and how they can manage to stay so young despite being aged with time, definitely. So this was all about chapter 4. We are having a clear view of the place where which is actually a kind of paradise for Julian, basically. So now onwards he will be learning, and he will be living with the sages, and they will be teaching him the secrets of their beautiful life. So that was all for chapter 4. We'll see that what happens next in chapter 5. Till then, Allah Hafiz.